A pleasant afternoon to each one of us. I am Stephanie Barro, a representative of our group. So here in front of you is our graphic organizer which elaborate our learnings and understanding on Piaget's stages of cognitive development and Vygotsky's social-cultural theory. But first, let us focus on Piaget's stages of cognitive development. As we all know, Piaget's cognitive development theory has 4 stages, and these are the sensory motor stage, the pre-operational stage, the concrete operational stage, and the formal operational stage. And now, let's first tackle about the sensory motor stage. So sensory motor stage, aging from birth to 2 years old, is the first stage of Piaget's cognitive development. So in sensory motor stage, object permanence develop. So when we talk about object permanence, it is a child's ability to know that objects continue to exist even though they can no longer be seen or heard. And also at this point, in this stage, motor skills and coordination develops. Example of motor skills and coordinations a baby can do are the following: grasping, listening, crying. And after the sensory motor stage, here comes the pre-operational stage or the second stage of Piaget's cognitive development theory, aging from 2 to 7 years old. So in this point, egocentrism is prominent. So what is egocentrism? So when we talk about egocentrism, it occurs when a child is unable to distinguish between their own perspective and that of another person. Children tend to pick their own view of what they see rather than the actual view shown to others. And also, in this stage, symbolic thinking and language development occur. After the pre-operational stage, here comes the concrete operational stage, aging from 7 to 11 years old. So in this stage, logical thinking develops. So children can now think logically. And also in this stage, child's thought processes become mature and adult-like. So children aging 7 to 11 years old can think more maturely compared to those children aging from 2 to 7 years old. So there is cognitive development as time goes by. And also at this stage or at this point, in concrete operational stage, important processes are present. So what are these important processes? So first is logic. So children can think logically. Second one is conservation. So when we talk about conservation, it is the understanding that although an object's appearance changes, it still stays the same in quantity. Then after that, the seriation. So what do you mean by that? So it is the ability to sort objects in an order according to size, shapes, or any other characteristics. And after that, here comes decentering. So what is decentering? So decentering, the child now takes into account multiple aspects of a problem to solve it. Then after the decentering, here comes the reversibility. So when we talk about reversibility, the child now understands the numbers of objects can be changed and then returned to their original state. After the reversibility, here comes the elimination of egocentrism. So we all know the meaning of egocentrism and it is present in the pre-operational stage. So during the concrete operational stage, kailangan ang egocentrism is ma-eliminate na. Next is the transitivity. And last but not the least is the classification. So when we talk about classification, it is the ability to name and identify sets of objects according to appearance, size, or other characteristics, including the idea that one set of objects can include another. So these are the important processes that are under in concrete operational stage. And now let's move on to the last stage of Piaget's cognitive development, which is the formal operational stage, aging from 11 years old to and above. So in this point, problem-solving skills develop. And also in this point, abstract thinking and hypothetical reasoning develop. So children can now think abstractly and reason hypothetically. So these are the stages of KJ's cognitive development. And now let's move on to Vygotsky's social-cultural theory. So first is the so-called scaffolding. So what is scaffolding? So scaffolding is the theory that focuses on a student's ability to learn information through the help of a more informed individual. So ang scaffolding mo ning ginatawag nga support sa usa ka child para makaadto siya sa ZPD or the so-called zone of proximal development. So ZPD range between a learner can do independently and with assistance. So we can call that a learner or that a child is on CPD or zone of proximal development if he or she can work independently. And after that, also in Vygotsky's social-cultural theory, na ginatawag na socio-cultural interaction. So when we talk about interaction, so it involves two or more people interacting with each other. So at this point, socio-cultural interaction plays a fundamental role in the development of cognition. So just like what I said earlier, that through interaction, we can gain different kinds of information, different kinds of ideas, and it expands our knowledge. And because of that, there is a cognitive development or there is a development of cognition. And also in social-cultural interaction, here comes the language. So language is crucial tool for cognitive development. So kay gatok man taog interaction, so when we interact with each other or with the other people, we usually use language. So language here plays a crucial role in cognitive development. Because through language, we can understand each other. And also, nabilang diri ang ginatawag na MKO. So, unsa man ang MKO? So, MKO is the so-called more knowledgeable others. So, more knowledgeable others, these are individuals or peers who have more knowledge assist in learning. So, mo ni sila ang mga tao nga naay knowledge when it comes ana nga aspect or when it comes ana nga butang. And also, MKO facilitates the acquisition of new skills and understanding. So, kay tungod more knowledgeable man sila, so they tend to facilitate the acquisition of new skills and understanding. So, makashare sila og mga new skills and understanding to those people that are less knowledgeable. Let's move on to the similarities between Vygotsky's theory and Piaget's theory. And we all know that in this two theory, we gain a lot of information and ideas, specifically when it comes to our cognition. And because of this, na ginatawag or diha mo gawas ang ginatawag nga learnings. So, naka-learn ta nga ang pag-interact di ay sa atong environment or through interactions with different kinds of people around us, so we can gain knowledge and informations as well. And because of that knowledge, ideas, and informations we gained, makontribute na siya or it has a great impact in our cognition. We also learned in Piaget's stages of development that there are 4 stages. And as I realized that as time goes by, our cognition also develops. So because of these learnings, diri mo gawas ang ginatawag nga development. No? Na-achieve na to ang development because naatay learnings na nakuha. So that's the end of my presentation in behalf of my team. And I hope that you've gained something about our learnings on these 2 theory, which are the Vygotsky social-cultural theory and Piaget's stages of cognitive development.